Hey guys, so we got some crazy stuff happening in the world today because Chinese hackers hacked US politicians and apparently they stole a lot of data. We also have Iran blocking the internet for the whole country because of the protests. We also have a huge storm coming to the UK and 2 people in America were shot by US Customs and Border Protection. And for the first time in 54 years, NASA is sending people to the moon. But before we get into the stories, guys, we are so close to 3 million, honestly. Thank you so much. Okay, you thanked everyone. Now start with the story of how China hacked us. Wait. It wasn't us. It wasn't our government. It was just some hackers. Where are the hackers from? Me? Yeah, so you hacked us. Honestly, that's embarrassing to you. And your politicians got hacked? Wow, how embarrassing. Okay, let's start with this story because it's kind of funny because apparently a group of Chinese hackers secretly broke into the email system of staff in the US House of Representatives, which basically means that they can read the emails of people who make US laws. They have secret information from people inside of the US government. And thing is, the hackers focused on 4 committees that have very important information, like the China Committee, the Foreign Affairs Committee, Intelligence Committee, and Armed Services Committee, which basically means that the hackers read the emails of people who make decisions on China, war, spies, and the US military. Like, that's some important stuff. So the hackers read their emails, saw their plans, and knew their secrets. To be honest, it's a little embarrassing to the US to be hacked like that. But thing is, this happened back in December, but we didn't know of it until today. That's when news reports started coming out with this story, and apparently till now officials don't know like how many accounts were hacked, how long were the hackers inside, and if lawmakers' emails were read. They know nothing. They just know that they were hacked. But what's even more surprising is that the FBI didn't comment on it, the White House didn't say anything, the Congress offices didn't say anything, and that means something, because when governments go so quiet, that means that they're taking this seriously and they're investigating hard, because this is not a small matter. This is about real information getting leaked and getting hacked, which is crazy. And some people blamed the Chinese government and said that the Chinese government hired the hacking group Salt Typhoon and the Chinese government is the one who hacked the US. But today, a Chinese embassy spokesperson said that, no, we didn't do that. That's all false. China has nothing to do with the hacking. So we will see. But what we know so far is that American lawmakers got hacked, or basically their staff got hacked, which kind of links to them. Still crazy. Okay, finished the hacking story. At least they got internet, because our government blocked internet in our country to stop the protesters. Yeah, this one is crazy, because apparently people in Iran now have no internet. Like, the government blocked internet in Iran. But why? Well, if you don't know, for like a week now, there's been some crazy protests in Iran. And the protests basically started because food prices have gone up for more than 70% in the last year. Medicine prices went up like 50%. Iran's currency lost a lot of value, so the money itself means nothing. And the people were fed up with the government of Iran. So they started protesting last week, and then the protests grew more and more and more. But unfortunately, the government didn't like that the protests were growing, because since the start of the protest, 45 people have died, and 8 of them were children. Hundreds of people got injured, and more than 2,000 people were arrested in those protests. But that didn't scare the people, it just made them angrier, and they started protesting even more. Like, seriously, Iran's government didn't learn anything of what happened in Nepal. Like, the Gen Z protests in Nepal last year, or well, like a few months ago, were crazy, and they toppled the whole government. So right now we're seeing more Gen Z protests in Iran. So we don't know. Can we see something that happened in Nepal happen now in Iran? No idea. But because Iran's government obviously doesn't want something like this to happen, today they decided to block the internet in Iran. And they did that to stop the people from sending messages to organize more protests and to not share videos online of what's happening and all the horrible thing Iran's forces are doing to the protesters. They're basically censoring them to do whatever they want, which is really messed up. But yeah, Iran's protests are still happening, they're still growing, and hopefully no more deaths happen in it, but we will see what's gonna happen in Iran in the next few days. Okay, now my turn. Talk about my storm. It's a really bad storm. So the UK today was hit by a very strong storm called Storm Goretti. And apparently the storm was so strong and it's been growing even more that people are calling it a weather bomb, which means that the storm can grow even more quickly. So yeah, the situation in the UK is kind of scary because winds can reach up to 100 miles per hour. That's like 160 kilometers per hour in some areas. And the government even declared a rare red weather warning, which means that there is danger to life and that people should stay indoors because the storm is just growing. And apparently people are even getting 30 centimeters of snow in some areas in the UK. Like, wow, that's actually a lot of snow. And now I'm in Canada, and Canada is one of the places that obviously, as you know, get a lot of snow, right? But what about the UK? Like, are they even ready to get that much snow? Like, seriously, getting a lot of snow is a mess on its own. Like, the roads are a mess, walking is slippery and disgusting, to be honest with you. So, is the UK ready to even face that much snow in a day? We will see, and I really hope everyone is safe in there, because, yeah, this storm is apparently a little scary. Yeah, so Germany's president today, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, apparently criticized Trump, and he said that Trump is no longer protecting the global rules and that he's not respecting international law. And he's saying that the world can turn into a den of robbers because of what the US is doing. He's basically talking about what happened in Venezuela and what the US wants to do with Greenland. And in a normal world, that's fine, right? Like, presidents criticize each other like always. That's a normal thing. But when it comes to Trump, that's where it's a little risky. Because I don't know if you guys know that, but apparently what pushed Trump to bomb Venezuela and capture Maduro is that Maduro imitated Trump's dance. Yeah, so that's what pushed him over the edge. Maduro dancing. So right now, I'm not sure if Trump is in a position to accept criticism. Like, I don't know, and I have no idea what he's gonna say to Germany later. But yeah, Germany's president was really criticizing the US today. But you know what, guys? Thinking about it, he's not really wrong, because his main message was that the world needs rules and that big countries should not treat smaller countries like property. This is all correct. And he also said that if powerful nations only care about themselves, then global order could collapse, which is also a good point. So what he said makes sense, right? But what will Trump do is what we don't know now. So we will see if he's going to criticize Germany, he's going to say something to Germany. We will see. It's always unexpected with this guy. Okay, now talk about the shooting that happened here where 2 people in Portland got shot by federal officers in here. Yeah, we got another shooting in the US where 2 people in Portland apparently were shot by federal officers from the US Customs and Border Protection. And guys, that's 2 shootings in 2 days. Yesterday we had Renee Good getting shot by an ICE officer, and now those 2 people who got shot by Customs and Border Protection. What's happening? But what we know right now is that it was a man and a woman who got shot, but their names were not released. And gladly, both of them are alive, but they're both injured. But the thing is about the story is that we don't know much about it. It just happened like 2 hours ago from filming this video. Apparently the FBI is now investigating what happened. But I just wanted to add this part because seriously, 2 shootings in 2 days. What is going on? Okay, how about we make the last story of today something a little bit more exciting, like how I'm gonna be sending astronauts to the moon after like 54 years. Okay, this is an awesome one because NASA said that they're planning their Artemis 2 flight like somewhat in February, right? And what's Artemis 2? It's apparently a mission to send 4 astronauts to the moon. And this would be the first time they do that since December 14th, 1972, when they sent the Apollo 17. And I know there's gonna be a conspiracy theorist in this video who's like, that moon landing was fake. I'm not gonna get into this argument right now. We're just gonna be talking about the moon landing that they wanna do in a month, or they're gonna start the mission in a month. So basically, NASA has been planning this second trip to the moon since 2006, and they even named it Artemis because Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo in Greek mythology. And their goal was to send humans to the moon, but this time to let them stay a little bit longer, not just like a little walk, no, like stay longer. I don't know how long would they stay, but that was their goal. And apparently they want to do that to prepare to go to Mars. And NASA chose those 4 astronauts: Reed Wiseman, Victor Clover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen. And 3 of them are Americans, but 1 is Canadian, right? So Jeremy Hansen now will become the first Canadian ever to fly to the moon area, which is kind of cool too. Like, good for you, Canada. And guys, this mission is expensive because apparently they spent like over $50 billion. That's what we know of. I don't know what exactly did they spend it on, but that's a lot of money to go on a walk to the moon, right? But it would still be cool. They're planning to do it as early as February 6th, 2026. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited if they're gonna actually do it in less than a month now or not. We'll see, but some exciting stuff happening at least in our world now. But at the same time, I'm a little curious and I want to have your opinion on this. Is it worth it? Like, seriously, is it worth it to go to the moon? What would we get out of this mission? It's obviously exciting that we're going to the moon again and experiencing it, but what would we gain from people walking on the moon? Like, $50 billion is a lot of money for a mission that we here on Earth wouldn't see the benefit of, right? So I'm not criticizing this. I'm not saying that I don't want this to happen, but I'm also curious. What is the point of this? Right? Like, I want to know. If you guys have an opinion on this, if you're an expert on this, let me know. But at the same time, that's it. That's all the stories. Well, obviously not all the stories that happened today, but all the stories that are going to be in this video. If I missed something, obviously, let me know in the comments. I will do it tomorrow, even though it's a day late, but if I missed it and it's super important, I want to talk about it. And as I told you in the beginning of the video, guys, we are very close to 3 million. Please, let's make this happen. Let's get to 3 million. I've been waiting for this for a while. Like, honestly, for a good bit. So yeah, I wanna grow our family to 3 million. Wow, I just called this family, huh? Wow, was that cringy? I don't even know. But now we gotta find another name. Also, tell me in the comments what other name, because I ain't gonna be saying family. Well, family is cute too, but okay, I'm rambling on. End of the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.